All right, what's up, guys? So today I'm gonna try to show you how I make these fermented cucumber pickles. First thing we're gonna do, I just got home from work and it's like 95 degrees and it was over 100 today. It is hot. It is a hot August night. It's not quite night yet. I prefer September mornings myself, but some of y'all got that. Ooh, zucchini. Ooh, zucchini. Wow, we got some stuff to harvest, Frankie.
You gotta go, ooh!
Yeah. So let's take a look down here for some pickle, some magic. Ooh, yeah, there's some cucumbers down there. I'm gonna get Frankie down in here. Go down there and harvest me some scissors.
Scissors!
See if you can find those cucumbers down there. Oh yeah.
There's one.
Right here. See that guy right there?
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, here's a little curly one. Cut that guy off.
Meow.
Nope, don't get the little guy. Let him grow up. Good job. We might as well, since we're out here, we might as well check on this corn you planted.
Meow. It grew.
It did. It grew for sure. You can see I planted multiple stalks. We're gonna thin these out. The one that's looking the best and leave it, and pull the other ones out, and we'll go give those to the goats as a treat. So since we're out here, we'll cut a few other things. Nice little zucchini here. I like to cut them when they're about this size. I don't like to let them get too big. If they get too big, what happens is the plant realizes, oh, I've made some seeds and now I can continue my line. If you cut them while they're young like this, before the seeds fully mature, then the plant's like, oh man, I gotta keep going, I gotta keep going. I gotta make some seeds that get mature. So you trick the plant into being more prolific. Once it has created a giant, zucchini bread sized zucchini with very mature seeds inside, it's like, whew, I'm done, I'm good. I can call it now. These are our daikon radishes right here. They're not quite big enough yet to cut, but we're gonna go look at our other radish patch and see what we got over there.
Look at the butterfly.
Frankie can get distracted by butterflies like it's nobody's business.
You're pretty.
We've got a few radishes in here. Oh, Mongo. Yeah, we need to get a few that we can actually use in our fermentation. All right, since we're culling stuff that bolted, I got some lettuce here that's bolting, and I'll go ahead and pull this too and include it in the goat treats. So it just got too hot. Time to go make some fermented pickles. Let's do this. Okay, so I have a clean jar here. I like to use half-gallon jars because if I'm gonna go through the fermentation process, I wanna have as much stuff in there as I can. Now, we all love pickles. These are national pickling cucumbers that we grew from seed. Actually, everything on this table came out of our garden except these habaneros. We've got some elephant garlic here that's kind of unsightly the way it busted open. So this is perfect to use for fermenting. It's not gonna last as long braided. And then we've got a couple of red onions here that didn't get very big, but that's okay. I'm gonna use them for this. Go ahead and get these bad boys cleaned off a little so that Sid doesn't come home to a mess on her table, because nobody wants that. Although she'll be the one that edits this video, so she'll know all about it. And yeah, there's no hiding. So we got radishes, we've got jalapenos, we've got cucumbers, we've got fresh dill out of the garden, we've got onions. Let's start with our cucumbers, all right? We're gonna spear these bad boys. Okay, look at that beautiful spear. Okay, the cucumber's supposed to be the star of this show, but there's a lot going on. That guy, I'm not gonna spear it. I'm gonna have it. I think these weirder shaped ones, they got a little heat stressed, and it's all right. spear these. We're gonna take this jar here and we're gonna put a little bit of onion in the bottom of the jar. Everything in this jar is gonna be edible. Whew. Boy, those smell like onions. Man. You think Mama will kiss me when she gets home if I eat that?
Mm-mm.
No? You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
I bet she will. Once.
She won't know until she watches the video anyway.
Oh, she'll know. As soon as she smells my breath. So I put those down there. Now we're gonna take some of these spears. Just kind of lay this on the side and slide them in there. Let's do this so we can see the dill spray, right? Let's go like this. Pull that down. That, and then bloop. Oh, look at that. Come on. And I love fermented radishes. I mean, fermented everything is good, really, so far. Sid doesn't really like kimchi that much, the cabbage, but pretty much everything else that we ferment, she just loves it.
I liked the kimchi juice. I didn't like the actual kimchi.
You like the kimchi juice?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, that's healthy stuff right there. All right, so we'll take some of these and just kind of toss them down in there. Get some color in there. And then, you remember these peppers? You picked these the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just gonna take these bad boys and just slice them in half long ways like this. We're gonna have pickled jalapenos in here, but you know, I keep calling them pickled. Look, if you want to correct me, that's fine. I don't mind. This is my version of a lacto fermented. Lacto fermented. I'm gonna call it a pickle. All right. The lacto fermentation process is super good for your gut health. What it does is it actually preserves these things in this probiotic juice that becomes kind of a safe barrier for them for many months in the refrigerator. So, you know, all winter long when your vegetable garden is not producing those fresh vegetables for you, you have these jars of fermented vegetables that came out of your garden from earlier in the year that you can eat, and they're amazing, they taste amazing, and they're super good for you. The probiotics in that lacto fermentation process are just amazing for your gut health. And this, look at that. Oh man, look at that elephant garlic. That is just off the charts. Okay, so now we're just gonna take this and leave it kind of big, right? About like that big, and drop it down in there. And the worst thing about it is, I don't know if you see that, my eyeballs watering like crazy. Mm-hmm. So now, the best time to cut habaneros is when your eyeballs are watering like crazy. And the goal is to try to not touch your eyeball. Actually, that would be really bad. And what's interesting is no matter what, every time you chop habaneros or jalapenos, your eye itches. You have to touch your eye. It's like this thing that I think is absolutely hilarious. We're gonna add a little black pepper, just a little. And right now it'd be a good time to add, I like to add about probably 2 tablespoons of pickling salt. You really need this salt for this process. And so I just put a little bit in right now. And then we're gonna get the rest of this stuff in there. So got another cucumber here. We're gonna get that in. And then we got some more garlic and some more jalapenos and some more onions. Man, these are some eye-bleeding onions. Holy moly, they are just lighting me up. It's all right. Some more habanero. Hello, come on. And some more radishes on top. And that jar's about full. Black pepper here that I'll put in on top. I had about a teaspoon of black pepper total. And remember I said I want to do about 2 tablespoons-ish. This is not a true tablespoon, but it's a tablespoon. Put that in there. You want to use water that is not tap water. This is not going to be enough. You're probably going to have to give me another one, Frankie. That's all right. So tap water, city water is going to have chloramines in it. And that's really bad for the fermentation process. So, oh, look at that. It's just right. Fill that bad boy up like that to the rim with brim, to the brim with rim. I don't even remember what that was all about. And you want to get the bubbles out. And it's going to make all kinds of more bubbles later. So now we've got a little weight here that we're going to put on top. Okay. All right. See how the water comes up just a little over the top of the weight. And then we have our, I'm missing a part, but I'll go find it. What this does here is we're going to add a little bit of water. I'm going to use some of Frankie's water. We're going to add a little bit of water here. Try not to touch my eyeballs. They're lit up.
I can see you shaking.
So what happens is the air, the gas created from the fermentation process can come up through here and then bubble out through the water, but the oxygen, this has got a little seal right under here. The air cannot get in the opposite direction. So this process, this lacto fermentation, is an anaerobic process, which means we don't want any air in there. We're gonna set this on the counter, out of direct sunlight, for, in this temperature that we're experiencing right now. I did this jar right here for 4 days. So 3 to 5 days, I think, is typical. These turned out amazing. In the winter months, you're probably gonna wanna do 5 to 7 days. It kind of varies, but I look for the color to start. I'm looking for a little bit of an off color in the pickle. See how white it is here? And see how it's starting to get an olive here. All right, so what's up with that is this process, this lacto fermentation, breaks down the vegetable as it ferments. And if you let it break it down too far, you're just gonna have a soggy mess in there. So you wanna get what you're getting out of the fermentation with the probiotics and the preservation and the health and the yumminess, but you don't wanna let it go so far that it begins to break your product down. As soon as you put this in the fridge and cool it off, you're gonna stop that fermentation process. So you'll dabble with it and you'll kind of learn to tell by the look of it when it's done. This is a perfect jar right here. And this is a brand new jar, just getting ready to get started. So there you have it, guys. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you get the notifications.